Okay, great. Well, we're all here. Let's go ahead and get started. Who would like to recap?
I would. I have notes this time.
Cool.
So we ended the session before last, all but clearing out the cannibal halflings in the crater and taking down the wind elemental. And I think we were getting pelted by some spears, or we had noticed some stragglers. So we started out by taking them on and looking for the beast.
The invisible
Eventually-
shaman. They were still harassing us.
Yeah.
Dehydrating Socken.
Yeah, we heard some. Yeah, Socken got pretty much all of the moisture taken out of her, and she got KO'd. But we kept like getting these vague senses from like tremors and stuff that there was something big around us, and Mirador was able to find it by casting See Invisibility and then Dispel Magic to reveal it. It was a really large, really nasty nightmare beast creature that immediately started attacking us. So Glornil did what Glornil does and went up to it and started smacking it. Frida eventually coming in as well, doing much of the same. I tried using Mind Whip on it, but that didn't work, and it struck back with Chain Lightning. We all just kind of ganked it, from some of us from a distance, some of us from up close. We hit it with pretty much everything that we had
Including ourselves. Yeah.
uh, until it eventually, and all the while we were getting these mysterious spikes of psychic attacks that were hitting us, and before long we realized that it was that whatever the source of this was, we never found out what that was, but it was coming from like the center of the crater. So that was like continuously annoying us the entire time. Eventually the beast went down. Not before it tried to hit us with a really nasty fire spell that we had to use 2 different counter spells to negate and not do really nasty things to us. And then a few turns later, it went down. Morgan figured out that in order to like fulfill our contract, we needed to take off one of its tusks. And while Glornil and Frida were working on doing that, the beast came back to life and started attacking us again. So we started. Mirador also sent Azeroth to go get Socken and bring her back over to where we were. I stabilized her while the others worked on taking the tusk off the beast. I think Mirador got a really good athletics check and managed to finish severing it. No, wait. Frida.
We both did. Frida and Mogmoth combined for one, and then Mirador got the other,
Mirador took
and then
the other
we.
one. Yeah. In like one fell swoop. And after the tusks were removed, the necromantic magic that resurrected it no longer worked. Oh, and one of the things that Glornil got Mirador back up after a truly epic use of Divine Smite. That while amazingly effective, also did a lot of damage to Mirador. But Glornil got her back up with a bottle of healing. We got the tusks. Socken got stabilized. I cast teleport for the first time, and we managed to make it back to Ayat's place safely.
Awesome. Thanks.
Good team.
Okay, you guys are on the outskirts of the village, outside of the shop where you encountered Ayat, who is supposed to be repairing your ship. Yeah, the wind is blowing. There's a little bit of sandy grit. Is Socken conscious? I can't remember if you guys. If she
No,
was
we
okay.
never.
Yeah.
I'll do a lay on hands for 1 point to get
Okay.
Socken conscious.
All right, awesome. So Sokken's up, stumbling around. So yeah, Socken is looking around. She's like, "Where are we? What happened?"
Oh, we
defeated
killed the
beasts and
beast.
halflings.
What about the halfling?
We cleared most
We-
of them, at least that we saw.
Yeah. We
Did-
killed all the halflings in the area.
Did you get the one I was after?
Hard to know.
We didn't, but did we? No. We
Well, I've got to go
didn't.
back.
Not at all. Well, rest and recover first, and it should be a lot easier to go back now that the beast is gone.
Will you come with me?
Uh,
We should. I mean, I can't speak for the rest of them. We've got time here, so I'd be down to help you hunt some more.
I
Yeah.
need to recuperate a bit. I think you do too. We both got kind of evaporated. Yeah, like we're all the moisture sucked out of us, you and me both. I think we need some time before we venture out again.
Morgan didn't get hurt too bad, but they did take damage and they're feeling a little woozy after using a 7th level spell for the first time.
Frida is absolutely like putting all of her weight on on her spear and like leaning against it.
Mogmoth looks all right.
Yeah, Mirador is like barely conscious right now.
Okay, Socken kind of looks around and says, "Okay, yeah, all right, okay. As long as we'll go after them."
Everyone did good out there. You did good out there. We cleared a lot of them out. Cleared the beast out.
Yeah, I
It'll be
couldn't
easier now.
believe you swinging that axe, Gornell, and then it seemed like it killed you, and then you got up.
Nah,
It seemed like it killed you again, and then you got up again.
can't be taken down that easily.
That's incredible. She kind of reaches out and grasps your bicep.
Flexible.
Yes.
Hey now.
So are you guys gonna go to where you landed the ship, or are you gonna go to talk to Ayat? What's the plan? Or are you gonna go somewhere and just rest up?
What would be
We
the
probably
advantage
need to-
of going to the ship first?
I mean, it's our
Advantage.
decision what the advantages and
Okay,
disadvantages are.
does Ayat have our ship, or was he like to do the repairs, or was he going out to the ship to do the
He was going
repairs?
out to the ship, presumably.
Gotcha.
You don't see it anywhere nearby.
Gotcha. Well, we need to show Ayat these tusks, and Mirador's still holding this like giant tusk.
Here, I
Um,
can help you
so,
with
you
some
know,
of that.
prove.
Grab one of
Okay,
them.
that would be great.
Or both of
Um,
them. I'm actually like doing.
I'm stronger than you.
Yeah, we need to
Flex a
show
little
him
bit
this to
more as well.
prove that we did it. But other than that, I would be very okay to go rest in my quarters on the ship. That sounds, well, I don't know how hot it's going to be out there, but
Watching Glornell
Yeah.
like hold the most of it and flex, Frida's like, because Frida's stronger than Glornell, Frida's gonna flex in retaliation. That's just going on off to the side, just as you know.
it's
As
like
you're
a
doing what you
like a
do.
flex, like you're
A
just
flex off,
flexing in
if you will.
competition. Yeah.
All right,
But,
let's display the gains of our heroic adventures.
all right, so we teleported like right outside Ayat's place. Yeah, so
Right,
can just-
exactly.
head on in, assuming Ayat's here, and
Yeah, after a few attempts at passing through the wall and bumping into it, eventually you guys kind of remember that you need to like lose your sense of self and walk through the wall. Yeah, you walk into his little workshop area. It immediately cools off a good 20-30 degrees. Yeah, you look around. You don't see Ayat here right now. You see his workshop is in various states of disarray. You do see like a piece of the Dolezal, the Dolezal, like up against the wall. It looks like he took out a piece of it, a piece of like the wood that was splintered or broken. But that's kind of what you perceive here.
Can we tell
Hello?
how recently someone's been here?
Give me an investigation check, Marmoth.
Oh, I will assist.
Good.
I'm gonna go back to leaning on my spear and just rest.
That's a 12.
I mean, it doesn't look like a particularly long amount of time has passed. I think you guys have only been gone a couple, 3 days, if you know
we're
time
only
is
gone a
linear.
few days.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Ayat's out at our ship working on it. Maybe we should head out there and see if we can find him.
Bring these tusks with us.
Yeah, I mean, once we show them to him, then I'd say we just keep them. They're very magical. Who knows what Morgan might be able to do with that?
I'm so excited.
Okay,
be
so you guys
careful, these things are very powerful.
trundle out of the village. Little wind kind of stirs up a little dust devil nearby as you're walking along in this oppressive heat. Especially Miradar and Saken, who are wicked dehydrated. You're definitely struggling more with the heat than usual. Like you're basically not able to sweat. Like there's no moisture in you to sweat. So you find that you're overheating pretty rapidly. It's fortunately only
that's
about a
not
10-minute walk out to the Dolezal. You see the
Cool,
ship
cool.
rising up in front of you through the dust. And yeah, you see a small work crew kind of scampering all over the thing. It's only been a couple of days, so it doesn't look like they've actually like replaced any parts yet. But it does look like they're in the process of like staging it basically.
While we're making our way back to the ship, I have a little bit of Duarin's beverage. I'm going to give it to, I assume Saken is the worst off right now as far as being dehydrated.
Give me a medicine check.
Okay, I'm actually proficient now. Sorry, my mom cleaned my apartment last week.
It looks different.
Where the hell are my dice? That is a non-natural 20.
Miradar, how much con damage did you take?
Ooh, a lot. I took 6.
6. Yeah, Miradar is actually looking a little bit worse than Saken.
Okay, well, she had a better time. She won't have to try and bang the mug up against her chin again. So I'm
That's
gonna give
true.
So I'm gonna-
Okay, great.
I'm gonna give it to her in the little stopper that I put it in.
Nice. Yeah, she takes it gratefully, and yeah, she basically like just passes the whole like vial like through her chin basically, and then it's very disconcerting watching this like actual physical object just like vanish into her head and then come back out. She hands it back to you, Morgan, says, thank you. I feel better.
I meant to give it to Mirador. Didn't you say that the check said that she was worse off?
No, Miradar's worse off.
Yes.
Yeah, Mirador.
Yeah, I meant to give it to Miradar.
Oh, okay. I'm
Gotcha,
sorry.
I thought you were like, oh, well, I'm giving it to
Yeah,
Mirador.
all of a
Yeah,
sudden you're
Mirador
giving it to Socket.
It's going to be hard to watch Miradar drink this. She's so bad at it. Saken, you take this.
That's what I thought
That
you
was-
said.
That's what I
Yeah,
thought he
right.
said. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
like,
right.
Miradar can't fucking drink.
No, I'm
anything
saying
because-
this time Miradar, she as in Miradar won't have to worry about banging the cup against her chin.
Oh, okay,
Got
it's in
it.
like a different
Okay.
container. Okay, I see, because it's in a different container. I
Yeah.
got
I
it.
put it in I put it in
I-
my own vial.
I like how all
I'm-
of us are like, all right, Morgan's just choosing Socken. That's
You're like,
fine.
okay,
We
it's
won't
Miradar's
question."
worth off. Still giving it to Socken. Cool.
That would've been real out of character.
Got it.
Like, are you
Okay.
trying to go
Miradar,
under Morgan?
you
Miradar's
feel
gonna take it and like
right.
like shake it. She's like holding it upside down, like you know how where you're trying to like get the last bit out of like a bottle of ketchup or something. She's like trying to like hit it on the bottom of the glass thing to like get it to come out faster.
It takes you the full 10-minute walk to get the last of the dredges out of this flask, like trying to shake it.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
You feel marginally better, or at least you feel less worse is probably the best way to explain that.
Perfect.
So yeah, you guys come up to the ship. Yeah, there's a crew of probably about a dozen creatures kind of swarming all over it, doing their thing.
Do we see Ayat?
You do see Ayat. He is at the base of it in the shade. He's doing something on a stone tablet.
All right, lads, looking good, looking good. How's it coming?
Something that looks like its head has been split in half, but is nonetheless still alive, looks over at you, Mogmoth, and gives you a thumbs up. Ayat looks up at you and says, Ayat is impressed. You have brought Ayat proof of killing the beast.
Yeah, Glornell's
Right
got it
here,
right
these
there.
big guys.
Is Glornell like
Um,
got
I'm
one on
holding
each
one
shoulder?
of them.
down.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
and actually,
Yeah, there's
Gornell, you can
down.
you're staggering under this weight. You can lift 270 pounds, and these things are like slightly above that limit together. So you're like taking
I'm
us.
trying not to look like a
Yeah, and not exactly, and trying not to look like it's a burden. Right, right.
Ornil, did you skip leg day?
Give me a performance check, Gornell.
performance.
I could have helped you
That's
out there,
gonna
Gornell. Looks like you're struggling a little bit.
I got this. That's gonna be a 7. I got this.
Gornell almost goes down on a knee as he's like assuring you that all is well.
Can I try to grab one and try to like make it look easy? Like now I'm trying to show off.
100% Frida. Roll
Okay,
roll your
yes.
performance.
Yes, please. Oh, does it be performance? Could be like athletics. I didn't do my ritual. I think it's for I'm not. But it'd be so funny if this is what I use inspiration for. Wouldn't it though? Hey, guess what? It's also a 7.
You take it, Frida, and it is not actually that hard for you to lift, but you make it look hard. You make it look like you're really struggling to lift this thing, which actually makes Gornell look better because momentarily Socken was kind of looking over
He
at
looks a
Frida
little
like, oh
smug.
wow. But then seeing Frida struggle, she kind of looks over at Gornell and is like, oh yeah, no, I knew you were that tough.
It's all Captain always helping the crew, never leaving them to have a burden on their own.
I
Um,
helped.
Ayat goes over and takes the tusk from you, Gornell, and it kind of drops down because he's not strong enough to lift it. And looks it over. He says, "Oh, yes, this must be from the beast. You have done well, and Ayat will fulfill his part of the bargain."
Appreciate it.
That's great. Thank you so much.
How's it coming? Does it look like you're going to be able to get everything done like we were hoping for?
Ayat and his crew can repair it, but it will take some time.
Like, how long?
Excellent.
Several weeks, we believe.
Are we going to be able to stay on the ship while you're working on it?
Yes, if you like.
Oh, good.
Is the ship considered outside of city limits?
Yes.
Good. That means if we stay
Although-
here, we might not have to deal with the lottery.
Any who live on Vornas should be delighted to take
Oh.
part in the lottery.
Oh, of course. That's silly of me to assume.
It is coming
So we also-
tomorrow. It is with great joy that we look forward to you joining us for it.
Oh, we might have an
Tomorrow?
engagement back
Yeah,
out in
Sakin
the
did
desert.
want to go back out into the wastes.
Yeah.
Sakin
I have
was
to take a
pretty
reg
adamant
check
that
on,
we didn't manage to kill the halfling that Sakin was very much seeking. So we did agree to help take care of that.
We would not
Okay,
hesitate a
then.
moment to assist her with this.
Also, can I look at like Socken and like does Socken seem to like react to the whole like the lottery's
Hmm.
coming up? I haven't had a
Um,
chance to like talk to her about it, but like is she,
Yeah,
like,
give me an
eager,
insight. Give me an insight check.
disinterested?
Give me an insight check.
That's gonna be a 12.
You get the impression that she's like, yeah, of course, like she's like, no, I want to be here for the lottery before we go out. Like Mirador said, we need some time to rest, and that would be a good opportunity to participate in the lottery. It will be a joyful occasion.
Not really sure we have the same
Didn't wanna
definition of
wait.
joy.
So it's-
Right, but what if
The-
you were to be taken, Sokin, and then you couldn't kill your cannibal halfling?
The lottery will always be there, but like
I am
vengeance-
sure that Dr. Mild will avenge me in the hereafter.
Not
You
likely.
think he knows?
Of course, Dr. Mild knows all.
Suction not that reassuring.
I'm going to go rest. I will see you on the morrow.
Okay.
Take care of
kinda
yourself, you're-
Shuffles,
Perhaps.
shuffles weekly.
You're looking rough.
She shuffles.
she's
weekly
literally
back
at
to
one
town.
hit point.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Yep.
if you want, you could probably stay with us on our ship. Lorno could keep you company and give you a tour.
She pauses and turns around. She says, "Truly, Glornil, you would show me your magnificent vessel."
Absolutely, it's pretty cool. I'll have to show you around. His beer head.
She gets a little bit of a smile on her face and nods and says, "Please." So Glornil, you kind of take her on a tour.
Yeah, yeah.
Give me
well-
performance or persuasion, depending on what kind of outcome you want here. Like, do you want to impress her, or do you want to suggest that she do something different, I guess, behavior wise?
I guess like while I'm using this chance, like I do want to kind of like start to broach the subject of like what do you know about Dr. Mild? Like
Oh,
like,
okay.
I'm trying to like eventually like I know I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to like ease into the like maybe like don't go after Dr.
Right.
Mild, but like I know that like immediately just say like no, like that's easy.
Yes.
But that's not gonna
Awesome.
I'm trying to like ease in like how much you know about him, like plant some seeds of doubt there perhaps.
Okay, yeah, that's a persuasion.
Okay. Persuasion is not great. That's an 8.
8. Okay. Yeah, I mean, she isn't shy about telling you, like, she doesn't think about it very much, it's a little kind of like I don't know if you guys know this experience, but like Christmas and Easter Catholics, or like a lot of the people that I grew up with in LA that were like culturally Jewish, but like they never went to synagogue and that kind of thing. Like that's basically how she treats this. Like, oh yeah, like lottery is a good thing. We all participate. It's fun, but she's never really questioned it or thought too much about it. And she doesn't really know much about, Dr. Mild or anything like that.
Not like a true believer.
Yeah. So Glornil and Sakin go off into the ship. What are the rest of you all doing?
Well,
Um,
I really don't
Morgan
know if
is
it stays on
gonna-
the same floor as
Morgan
Lorno
is
does, but I
Morgan
want
is
to think about sleeping somewhere else tonight.
I mean the tusk.
Oh, shit. Lorno left these here.
I tell
I
Kate,
got it, and I'm gonna try and pick up one. Mirror is strong enough, just
I'm
like
just gonna-
very drained right now.
I'm gonna pick one up.
I will
Yeah.
tell Kenny.
If Glorno can pick up both, I'm pretty sure that means Frida can pick up both because Frida is stronger than Glorno.
Yeah, you guys, no problem.
Yeah.
We can put them in your lab, Morgan. Don't you worry about it.
Right.
Okay,
The
Morgan,
lab's on
go
the
ahead
bottom
and
deck anyway.
add to your inventory, please, 2 nightmare beast tusks. So you guys get those down into the research laboratory. Morgan, are you going to go to town on those immediately, or are you going to take a rest, or what's the plan?
Can I kind of do both and just go to town on them until I fall asleep?
Sure.
I'll take a rest first. I want to take a crack at these when I'm at my best.
Okay, awesome.
And
Mogmoth,
Mirador
where's
needs
Mogmoth
rest.
headed?
Mogmoth is gonna go down to the deck that he and Frida share. And he's
Okay,
gonna like kind of puff up her pillows.
nice. Frida, you walk back to your room, and you see Mogmoth in there fluffing your pillows up.
Oh.
Just getting it ready for you. There you go. I know you need a rest after all that lifting and fighting and whatnot.
You didn't have to do that, Mogmoth. It's very nice.
Oh, of course. Least I could do.
You do plenty around here.
Oh, I fly the ship. I sometimes
what-
do the dishes.
You do way more than that.
It's kind of you to say, Captain. Here now, you lay down. I'm gonna fetch you a glass of water. I'll be right back down.
Frida's like blushing and but just like follows the order. Like it's usually, yep. She just lays down. Yep.
Mogmoth runs
yeah.
up, gets some water, comes back down, has a candle, prestidigitation, lights the candle, closes the door.
Fantastic.
Frida's stayed awake
Mirador.
for a very long time after that.
Mirador heading to rest.
Oh yes, Mirador is very, very wiped out after that fight and just wants to rest.
Awesome.
So she's gonna go and just collapse in her bunk.
Gloria, you show Socken the whole thing. You end, up on the place where Mogmoth usually pilots, from the kind of command deck there. She goes back down. You show her a spare room. She's very appreciative. You give me an insight check, Glornell.
Inside is 13.
13. Okay. You get the feeling from Socken that she's very appreciative. You kind of get the feeling that she's definitely interested in spending time with you, but she's just exhausted right now. So she kind of thanks you for showing her around, for giving her the room. She closes the door and goes to bed. Glornell heading to rest as well.
Yeah, I don't think there's any. I don't really have anything else I need to do on the ship to get ready. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so you guys don't really post a watch. You do hear the kind of clanging of the workers around the exterior of the ship every now and then. Like the quarters are more or less on the interior, so you don't really hear very much. But you all get a fairly decent rest. Mirador and Socken get 1 point of constitution back after a pleasant, fulfilling long rest.
That changes my modifier none, so we're still where we are.
Which is sadness.
You all wake up in the morning and you head to the mess hall. So everyone kind of staggers in to the kitchen first thing in the morning, and you're kind of all looking at each other. What's the vibe? What's the vibe here?
Morgan is trying to get some porridge and some coffee or something, whatever they need to get the energy to study the tusks.
So Morgan's just like totally fixated, doing their usual thing. Is the vibe changed at all, I suppose, from how you all usually interact with each other?
Well, normally, because of Morgan's personality, I assume normally Morgan is really like peppy and bright and friendly in the morning, and is and still like smiles in greeting, but they're on a mission.
Got it. Frida, how's Frida feeling this morning?
Frida's feeling all right. Comes in sleepy-eyed, blurry-eyed, hair, big poof. Comes in holding hands with Moth, I assume. Cute, adorable. But no, she's feeling probably the same. The ship is definitely turned into her safe space. She likes the crew well enough, so good to be around them. A little bit nervous that today is lottery day, so there's like a bit of like, as sitting at the table, you know, kind of tapping the spoon, you know, against the table or whatever. But that's about it.
Yeah, awesome.
Overall, happy that we survived Mammoth thing.
Yeah, Sakin is kind of getting some snacks, and she says, I think lottery will happen at the peak of sun, so we have a few hours, but should make sure to be at the clearing in time. Did we make it?
Great.
Has anyone ever
Again,
shown up
like
for
just want
the
to throw it out.
lottery,
We could
Sakin?
stay and rest.
Sorry, say it again.
I was gonna say, oh,
One
didn't
of
I
us.
mean, provided that we want to go, you could just like stay and rest if we wanted to.
Oh, but I mean, of course, it's the lottery. Everybody goes.
What
We don't
happens?
strictly live here.
Yeah.
What happens if somebody doesn't go?
Sakin looks confused. She's like, well, I mean, let me see if I can remember. I think that when I was a girl, there was someone who didn't join the lottery. I think there was some miscommunication. I think that they wanted to go, but they slept in or something happened. And I remember as a little girl, my mom handed me a stone, and that we all participated in throwing them at that person.
Oh, wow. Then I guess we we should get ready then, huh?
Well, I mean, you should want to participate because it's fun. It's the right thing to do.
What is that?
It just is, Mogmoth. You guys think too much sometimes. Glornell, that's why I like you.
She must hate Morgan.
Oh, that was great. Well,
She kind of wraps an arm around your arm, Glornell. Feels your
Yeah.
biceps again.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, should we go? Maybe we should go for a walk before. Do you want to go for a walk, Glornell?
Sure. Yeah, just it's around the town or
Yeah. You and Sakin head out from the ship. What is everybody doing until noon, assuming you are going to go to the lottery? And if you're not, let me know what your plans are.
go ahead. I'm still. I have a question. I have a spell that I'm considering casting here, but it has a costly component that I don't know that we have, which is diamond dust.
Yeah, I cannot remember how you guys handled expensive components. I think that you had a finite number
Yeah,
of
I
them.
had given everyone a finite amount of the ones that I expected them to cast. I don't think I gave myself any diamond dust, unfortunately. Darn.
Right. Yeah.
I was
So
looking
so
at
you-
the spell non-detection, which hides you
Oh,
from
sure.
divination and scrying and that kind of stuff.
I had
Yeah.
a diamond, but I used it up the one time I cast Chromatic Orb.
Well, that doesn't get used up. Chromatic orb just Chromatic Orb needs a diamond to be able to cast it, but it's not consumed by the
I thought
spell.
it was. I thought it had to be a diamond of a certain worth.
It does.
Well,
you
yeah, but
just
you
don't.
have that, and you always
You have to have it to cast it, but the casting the spell doesn't consume
like
it.
Sam gave it to you, so you should already have it.
Yeah, you've got it, and so that lets you continue casting Chromatic Orb. This one was a spell
That
where
was
it
before-
specifically consumes the costly component.
That was before I really understood how material components worked in spells, and yet I ended up agreeing to play the wizard.
No worries.
I
I
learned
think
sometimes.
I think Mirdar, you have the impression from what you've seen so far that it's very likely that they have some gemstone based wealth. Certainly no metals, but it wouldn't surprise you if they had diamonds somewhere in town.
What kind of shape is our ship in?
The ship
Ship
is
shape?
it's space worthy. However, it has been somewhat deconstructed even from its original like landing status. So it's arguably worse off than when you landed. You could certainly take off on it and survive, with air envelope, etc. But structurally, it's not very sound.
So what are your thoughts on the lottery, everyone? Do we go and just see?
Well, I'm a little worried if we don't go. What's the name? Then the people of the village aren't going to like us much anymore. Then they might not finish rebuilding our ship.
That's a good
Hey,
point.
Socken
They're already gone. They
Oh,
left.
did Socken already go?
They're
Oh,
on a
shoot.
date.
That's right.
They can
Mm.
run it.
I think we might have asked what I was about to ask before anyway, which was, has there ever been an instance where like multiple people were taken? Did we ask that before? Or is it always ever just one person?
The descriptions that you've gotten have only been one person.
Okay.
But that doesn't exactly answer your question that if it ever
Right.
happens.
Gotcha.
But like the workmen are coming out, so you could potentially ask
Yeah.
Ayat or one of his guys.
Yeah, I'll ask Ayat that. Like, hey, Ayat, has there ever been a lottery where more than one person was picked?
Oh, 'twas my 83rd year. And I distinctly remember, yes, it was quite the magical moment when fully 3 villagers were taken up to visit Dr. Mild. Yes, it was a good year.
Was there something notable about those 3?
They were all very, very fortunate.
Did they all like know each other, or were they like was it like a family that all got taken all at once, or is it just 3?
No, it's
different people?
well, Miradar, the lottery is random. And
Right.
Ayat then goes into an extremely condescending explanation of statistics. And like, so the probability of flipping a thing that has 2 sides, like a coin, like a copper or a ceramic coin, and he shows you one, like that's 50-50. And so if you do it twice, then that's 25, and like extremely reductive, assuming that you ask this question only because you don't understand math, basically.
Got it. Mirador will somewhat patiently listen.
It's not, it's like 5 minutes, it's not that
Yeah.
long, but it's clearly like,
yeah, it's like,
oh, this is an outworlder who doesn't understand statistics. We got to explain statistics.
got it. Cool. I'm just Mirador just kind of like listens, like, okay, cool.
On the plus side, you have a better understanding of statistics now, Mirador.
I do. Yeah.
We should
Mirador is
should
not
play for coin
the
flips.
smartest, so
Learn something new.
Intelligence is my lowest stat, so well, for a moment there it was tied with my con, but con has as of this morning surpassed it again.
Making it.
Is there if we're going into town, is there anything we want to do in preparation for all of this?
What if we were to attempt to pay Dr. Mild a visit at roughly the same time as the lottery?
Are you asking Ayat this?
No, I assumed we
Oh.
had walked away from Ayat.
Okay, great. Yep. Brilliant.
Yeah. That's a thought.
Sort of impromptu group chat.
Although that does leave our, we found out that that does leave our bodies where we were standing before. We could wake up and be somewhere completely different. Wake up.
Oh, Mogmoth, are you proposing like in another reality? Oh,
To go back to normal land.
interesting.
silent.
Yeah, yeah. So you're contemplating deliberately leaving this better place for that other place. Got it. Okay. I was misunderstanding. I got it now. I'm on board.
That could entirely backfire. I worry.
At this point, though, I think anything could backfire.
That
really have a
is
plan.
also very true.
I mean, I don't buy for a second that it's a random lottery. In which case, I feel it's
I
sure
agree.
to be one of us. Or all of us.
I would rather it be all of us than just one of us, I think. As long as we're together, maybe we have a chance.
Agreed, Captain.
But he seems awfully keen on not letting us be near him in this world, in this reality. Every time we've gotten close, he's always just disappeared. I don't know what we could do. We
I
could go
have-
straight to his place.
Hmm.
Although if one of us do disappear, we know the first place to look. That Idion, some moon. The moon.
I have another question, Eric. I have a scroll that might be of use here. I don't know if it would affect anything. Maybe Mirador could, make it some kind of roll for it or something, but I've got a scroll of magic circle. If we were all like within a magic circle, would that provide any safeguard against that? I know it, like, you can set it to be like an keeping things in or keeping things out, like you choose the direction of it, and you can't like willingly, like, you can't teleport through without making like a saving throw if you're trying to like teleport inside or out if you're the one trapped in. Would that
I think that's going to be a conversation potentially to have with Morgan. You do have
Okay,
have
yeah.
Arcana proficiency, so you could probably muddle through it on your own. But just contemplating that, Morgan, you think would be a good resource.
I'll go ask Morgan, like, hey Morgan, I've got this scroll. Do you think this would give us any help? Like if we wanted to, like ward off a spot and all be, safely in that area. Do you think
Yeah,
that would
Morgan,
help?
go ahead and give me a Arcana check with advantage since Mirador and you are kind of putting your heads together.
Let me think about this for a second. Natural 20.
Hey,
So total is
29.
29. Incredible. Oh, too bad you didn't have guidance. You could have gotten that 30. Okay, so
Wait a second.
What is that? All right, can you get a 30?
No, never mind.
Okay, and a 29 on a nat 20 is
I was
darn
thinking the other
good.
day that shouldn't my spell save DC have gone up when we last leveled up? But
I
that
don't
doesn't.
know. I don't know what level you are.
It does, but that doesn't affect that. It shouldn't.
Yeah.
We're all different levels, so I don't know.
Yeah,
what
it's
level
hard for me to
everyone
know.
is.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so Morgan, yeah, you and Mirador are talking about this concept for a long time. The scroll as intended is not necessarily going to prevent you from being teleported out of it by some other entity. However, you think, Morgan, that you and possibly Mirador or somebody else with Arcana proficiency might be able to monkey with the spell as it's being cast to add that effect basically to it, because it already wards out like charm and frightening and possession. So possession is close enough to like being bodily teleported away that you could probably rig it up, but it would be an arcana check as you're casting the spell to modify it appropriately. And if it didn't work, you would just bungle the whole thing.
Okay, I explain all of that to Mirador, especially the last part about like I can try, like I can do my best. It is theoretically possible, but I don't know for sure if it's going to work until I actually do it.
I mean, I've been carrying this thing around for ages. I found it so long ago. This, even if it's not like a guarantee, if you think you can make it, if you can like mess with it as you're casting it to make it work like that, I say let's give it a shot.
I can only do my best. And my best.
So if that's the case, we need to get in town with enough time to do that, because it takes a minute to cast. Yeah, it's a casting time 1 minute. So yeah, let's give it a shot. Why not? I mean,
Do you think it'll draw the ire of the townsfolk?
Yeah, we might get rocks thrown at us if we do that. If we do that in an obvious
it
way.
is, I mean, Morgan would presumably know this because Morgan knows the spell, but like it's very noticeable. It's a 10-foot radius, 20-foot tall cylinder of magical energy. Like
Uh-huh.
it's real noticeable. So,
Mogmoth, give me a perception check, please.
10.
Okay.
Would an additional D4 make any difference to the outcome of that?
Probably not.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the conclusion of your discussion. Glornell, you and Saken are taking a stroll. You kind of go on an oblique way towards the village. And as you do so, give me a survival check, please, with advantage, because you and Saken are doing this together.
I gotta help. For a second, I'm like, is she gonna turn on me too?
To be fair, you turned on the last one before she turned on you. I just want to say that. I'm not saying she wasn't going to.
Survival?
Yep.
That is gonna be a 24.
Nice.
So you and Saken are walking along, and you notice your foot kind of scrape against something, and you and Saken kind of crouch down, and you see a small like a small little cactus type thing that's become completely desiccated. Like it's brown and kind of grayish along the outside, and it looks like this happened very recently and also very quickly. Like this does not look like a natural process that this thing went through. It looks like this thing went through a rapid process of desiccation and decay and finally death. And now you notice that you kind of hit that, you look up, you look around, where normally, you guys were in a desert, but still like in the crags and stuff, there were sometimes grasses, and like there was even some trees near the central area of the village. And there are, kind of scraggly bushes and, tumbleweeds and that sort of thing. You don't see any living vegetation in sight.
That's rather concerning. I don't know, can I pick up the cactus and pluck it so I can bring it back to the group?
Yes. And Saken looks at it and she says, "This is what magic does here."
Like something magical did this, or
no? Whenever any magic is used, you have to draw power, right? I don't use magic myself.
Neither
Nobody
am
here
I.
does.
Huh.
And this is why it kills life.
That's I don't think we knew this. I haven't used any magic, but I mean the rest of my group did. I should probably let them know.
I didn't
This is
realize it
gonna-
would spread so far. But if there's no life to draw from, it just continues radiating out, I think.
Like, will this continue? Or is it only going to spread if they keep using magic?
It only happens when magic is actually used.
Okay, so this isn't an ongoing, like I don't have to worry about this spreading right now. We just need to not.
No,
keep
but I
using
don't
magic.
I don't know what the extent of it is. Do you want to
Hmm.
walk around the village and look with me?
Yeah. What happened? How are we doing on time? Like looking up. Oh, it's the sun.
It's only been like a half an hour.
Okay. Yeah. Then we'll scout it out. See.
Okay, great. You guys walk around the village. We'll head
Okay.
back to
Ask
the
if
ship.
she knows like why it does that, or like particular mechanics behind
No.
it, or is it just magic?
Yeah, she does. All she knows is that this is what magic does, and this is one reason the halflings are bad is because they use magic and it draws the life from the land.
Gotcha.
I'm good. Oh, sorry.
Okay, yeah, let's cut back to the ship.
Unless you want to continue your date, because I'm more than down to if you want. I don't want to interrupt. Okay. So when Mirador and Morgan stop talking about their thinking, kind of rejoin, unless if Morgan goes like wrist deep in some tusks again. Whoever's sitting at the breakfast table, I just want to. So I had this completely random thought. I don't really know if it's going to be helpful at all, but I don't know, maybe. Okay. So on this world, people have to think about themselves as halfway between this reality and some other reality, right? Sometimes, like all the time. But what if that's just the way it works here, to train them to let go of this reality, makes them easier to move, makes them easier to teleport away, you know? And so what if we use that inversely? What if we firmly believe that we are part of this reality and part of this place? Maybe the world won't let us go. And then we're just stuck here and can't get teleported away. I don't know if that works, but earlier Morgan walked into a wall that we all walked through, so reality's not working right here anyways. Maybe we can try to use that to our advantage. Or maybe we get ripped in half by teleportation magic. I don't really know.
Well, that's
mean, worth
brilliant
a
right
thought.
there.
This isn't really my area of expertise. Mira, do you know anything? Morgan, are you here, or are you wrist deep in some tusks?
I mean, yeah, that sounds as plausible as anything. This
I'm in the tusks.
place doesn't make
You're
a
in
lot
the
of sense
tusks?
to me.
Dang it.
This,
You can catch
I'll
them.
be honest, the whole conception of thinking of myself in two places so that I can walk through these walls is very difficult for me.
Yeah, I agree.
It does not come easy.
Oh, were you the one that
so-
walked into the wall? Someone walked into a wall.
I'm the one
or-
that keeps running into the walls because I
Damn it, I'm sorry,
really
Morgan.
suck
I
at
thought you
going
were the one.
through. Like,
I wasn't here
I
that
have-
game, so I'm sorry.
Oh, Morgan
Yeah,
was the
it's
one that
not-
was stuck outside of.
Morgan,
Oh,
Morgan was the
okay.
one that got stuck outside.
We all suck then. Except
But
for Bog.
The,
Bog
the
was
thing
just
was
like,
that you had to roll really low on like a charisma
"Oh,
save or
I
something.
wasn't here for that
and
game,
Morgan
so I
or
don't
Mirador
actually know
has
the
a-
mechanics.
Gotcha. Yeah. Mirador has like a plus 13 to charisma, so it's really impossible for her to roll very low.
Sweet. Okay. Sure.
But Mirador, go ahead and roll me a nature check, please.
Sure. That's a 12.
Okay. Yeah, what Frida's describing is plausible.
Frida's actually
Yeah.
better at that than Mirador is. That's funny, 'cause my intelligence is my second highest thing, 'cause it's my spell casting thingy.
All right.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. I don't know how any of this works, I'll be honest.
Can I
But
make some sort of roll?
Maybe we just
I don't know what it would be. As a half caster, I don't know if I'm allowed or
It's beyond your ken. It's something that Mirador would know because Mirador, she knows about like realities and alternate realities and that kind of thing. But
Sounds
Frida
great.
does not. Frida knows about adventuring.
hell yeah.
so I'd say in the interest of that, maybe we all, bolster
Believe.
ourselves and
Really hard.
firmly believe we're here.
Yeah.
I can maybe help with that. We should all, stay close to me and
Absolutely. And I was thinking, we know that
make
Dr.
sure.
Mild tends to work with powers of the mind. Maybe we could bolster ourselves like we did out there with intellect fortress and various whatever other ways we could think of.
That-
I really don't know what to expect, and so I just kind of feel like we should prepare for everything.
that seems like a good idea to me.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, I can do what I did yesterday to protect some of us in a similar way, so that you don't have to waste all of your magic.
If Dr.
Glor-
Mild wanted to suck us up to his planet or whatever, why do you suppose he'd wait for a lottery? Presumably he could just,
Well, all the planets that we've been here to so far that we've stuck around in, he does tend to take people from them. So, in various different ways, in ways that tend to work for the society that was living there. Like at the one city, they had the Ridleyors coming around, and they had those. That was kind of part of their society. And here they have this whole mixed reality and disappearing and lottery thing. I really think he's taking people away with or without us, but he might think this is a good opportunity.
Very possible.
We know that he likes to experiment. He has to have people to fill his labs up with. Choked on my own spit. Don't need that. Frida starts choking on her oatmeal that she's eating.
So is Glorno the only one that's not here right now? Is Glorno like off at Socken? Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
So Glornell, you and Socken kind of make a circuit of the village. It takes, I don't know, about an hour or so. And you ascertain that there is nothing vegetable alive anywhere near the village, which is a little bit of a problem on that survival check. You know that even though this, is a harsh desert landscape, there were like cactus and like fruit and like date, palms, like those kinds of things that the villagers used for harvesting, basically to get like more food and calories. And as you're walking around, you guys are kind of walking around like the outside of the village, but you do look in and see villagers wandering around, like conglomerating in groups, like kind of like, it kind of like if the power went out in like a modern day city, people like all go out and like talk to each other and like figure out what's happening and this kind of thing. So that's what you're seeing from the villagers, is that they are recognizing what's happened and they are kind of starting to freak out.
Mm. Mm.
So you finished like kind of a circuit of the village. You could continue, like you could walk through the village or you could head back to the ship.
I should probably tell my friends to stop using magic, but I did kind of want to go get some I don't remember what it's called. I keep calling it like the ice cream at the tavern.
Yeah. Okay. Dwaren's beverage.
Yeah.
Okay, great. You guys continue your date. You kind of meander through the village. A couple of people walk up to Sokka and have kind of a whispered conversation with her. You guys make your way to the central area where there were previously a few trees and that like little water well, dead and looking like they're going to turn to dust any day. You go into Dwaren's and like this place is mobbed. Like there's people all over the place. They're constantly passing in and out of the walls. And everyone's in a big hubbub, and it sounds like people are really scared. It sounds like, basically all the crops are dead and there's no, seeds or roots or anything to propagate from. And the one word that you hear whispered the most is magic. And it is said in a not happy way.
On second thought, we might want to go back and talk to the rest of the crew. Let them know what's going on.
Okay.
Can we get something to go?
Sure.
Yeah. I'll put it on our tab and grab us each one and start
Okay.
heading back.
Yeah, you guys phase out of Dwarren's and head back to the ship. Mirador, Morgan, or Mirador, Mogmoth, Frida, you guys have had, I don't know, about an hour or so. You just like kicking around the ship. Are you guys going to help out the workers who are doing their thing on the ship? Or are you just going to stare off into space? Like, what are you doing with this little bit of downtime?
Smogmoth will help the workers on the ship.
Great. Give me a persuasion check, Mogmoth.
22, 24.
Okay. Wow. If you wanted to, if you flipped your little thingy, 25 would be even better.
Oh.
Well, it's exactly 25.
Okay. So Mogmoth, you're out there kind of crawling around, just kind of shooting the shit with the guys with like a little split-faced head dude. They don't seem upset at you with your horns or anything like that. And you make a pretty favorable impression of them, and they're just kind of chit-chatting with you. They seem interested in all your adventures and going out into space, and you gather one of them is like a real like pro lottery Dr. Mild guy, who's like, oh, you could visit Dr. Mild's planet whenever you want. I was really impressed with that. And yeah, you make like pretty good friends with just the worker. Like these are kind of your people also, like on a certain level. They're just like basic working class, very much like along the lines. So if there's anything that you want to talk to them about or get info about, you could probably do that pretty effectively.
Mogmoth's going to ask them all kinds of things about the lottery. Who gets picked in the lottery? How often does the lottery happen?
Great. Yeah. So I think they pretty much reiterate it happens once a week. One person gets chosen randomly. They get teleported off to be with Dr. Mild and they never return. It's a great joyous occasion. Everyone's very excited. And yeah, you get the impression that everyone's like on board with this plan.
Mogmoth like gently like, well, what if someone didn't want to go or didn't go or was in the bathroom?
I think you're met with confusion. Like they like take like the old people who can't even like get out of bed, like they like get their bed and like carry them on a like stone pallet to do this. So, and like the little kids and that kind of thing, like they corral everyone. So anybody who cannot of their own volition easily go, they are helped by their neighbors in a very helping, friendly fashion. In fact, your questions like stimulate them to ask you like, oh, do they not have the lottery where you come from? Like this concept is very foreign to them, that why would you not have a lottery? Why wouldn't you be there? Who could possibly think about going to the bathroom during the lottery time? It's so exciting. So it's like it's almost like you're just not talking the same language with these people.
Well, Mogmoth spins them a very exciting story about life without a lottery and self-determination and freedom to choose where one goes and how horrible it could be for someone to have their choices ripped away from them and kept in a prison, both physical and metaphorical.
Is obedience really that important?
Incredible. With that 25 persuasion, Mogmoth, most of them more or less dismiss what you're saying as like fanciful nonsense. It's like, I talked to a flying unicorn yesterday. But there's one fellow Bulot who kind of takes to what you're saying and listens a little bit. And he's like, so you're saying that you can make your own choices. Tell me about that. And he so Bulot kind of keeps you by his side. You realize with your spell jamming knowledge, they are trying to make the ship better. What you think is going to happen as the pilot's perspective is that they're going to make your ship harder to maneuver.
Is there anything Mogmoth can do to, no pun intended, steer things in a better direction for these ship
No, the
repairs?
pun was intended. You know it was.
Give me a nature, unless you have any kind of relative skill, like any
Spell jamming,
engineering or
carpenter's tools.
oh, carpenter's tools, 100%.
Okay. What's the mod? What do I?
This is
Intelligence.
proficiency plus intelligence.
Okay, so 14 minus 1 is 13, plus 4 is 17.
Oh, nice. Yeah, the real problem is that their heart's in the right place. Like, they want to fix the ship and they're trying to do so. The problem is they've got crap materials. So what it looks like Ayat's plan is to take out like the damaged sections of the ship and replace them with blocks of stone, which is going to make the ship much stronger, but it's going to like F with the balance of the whole thing.
And is there anything around here that seems like it would be any good?
What you've seen that would be closest is kind of like what Miradar's wearing for temporary armor is like animal shells and carapaces. I mean, the nightmare beast, you know, that's thing's skin was pretty tough. Like, you could potentially tan that maybe and like use it as an external hull. So yeah, probably some kind of animal part is what you're looking at for replacement.
All right, Mogmoth is going to try and communicate this to Ayat and the crew in just like the nicest way. And like, if he needs to take Ayat to like the helm and show him like, you know, here's how you would steer a ship. And could you just imagine if you put a big rock on the side of the ship?
Okay, so you've got Bulot, who's now almost hanging on your every word at this point. Mogmoth, Bulot's a youngish, kind of early teens, human. He's got a mutation where he's got like a second ear on his right side. But he is listening to you about self-determination and choices and statistics and all that sort of thing. So Bulot's with you kind of continuously. You talk to Ayat about the ship, and like, you remember in The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy when Arthur wants a cup of tea and he explains to the computer about like China and like you have to grow the tea and like the history of tea, and you add milk to it, like just the whole thing about tea, and that the computer produces like the perfect cup of tea. That's like Mogmoth with Ayat. Like, you're going through like the whole theory of spell jamming, and like this is the helm, and like this is how magic works with like within the context of the ship. You do get the sense that Ayat is like kind of not cool with the magic, except that it's clear that it's not spell casting. So you understand from him that he's like, oh, I don't like any spell casting, but the magic of spell jamming, that's fine, because it's basically like blessed by Dr. Mild is how he interprets it. So you go through the whole spiel with Ayat. This takes like an hour or two. And finally he's like, okay, Ayat thinks animal skins? Not as strong though.
It's all right. We don't take a lot of direct damage.
And I think Miradar and Frida, you see Mogmoth going and like explaining everything to Ayat. So I think you guys are probably like part of the conversations here and understand that
sure.
Like, Ayat's trying to make your ship stronger and Mogmoth is trying to make your ship more maneuverable, basically. Like, they're opposite goals, and neither is necessarily better or worse, but Ayat is offering to buff your ship, basically, and Mogmoth is trying to talk him out of it, is one interpretation of what's happening.
Gotcha.
Well, Frida obviously will support whatever Mogmoth wants for the ship. But at some point, Frida will go to the gym that Miradar has set up and work on like the daily stretches that get her the mobility and the exercises. But we'll obviously get distracted by Mogmoth being in his element and helping out. That's new.
Yeah, Miradar, I think we had kind of somewhat discussed this before when we were talking with him initially about some materials. So Mirador has like some idea of like what Mogmoth's, was hoping for with the ship. So Mirador is going to, again, support Mogmoth's, like, since Mogmoth is the pilot, Mirador is going to, try and help out with that as well, like on Mogmoth's side.
Okay.
We
Um,
repaired it with hide. It would still be repaired, right? It just wouldn't have like an armor buff.
Or potentially a hull points buff. Like Ayat's repair is not only going to potentially up the armor class, but also increase like the density of the ship, which would take your hull points up as well.
Can we split the difference? Does Mogmoth get the sense we could do like a hybrid?
So get which?
So with the hide, we wouldn't have a buff to maneuverability. We just wouldn't have a
Penalty. Yeah, it
penalty
would basically
to
be
maneuverability.
it would basically be getting the Dolezal back to where it was before, like 35 hull points, same stats otherwise. Ayat is trying to modify it so that it's even tougher,
but less maneuverable.
but potentially less maneuverable. Yeah. And so the game mechanic consequence of that is that sometimes, not every time, with escape or close maneuvers, when you're doing that contested spell jamming roll, there would be disadvantage for the pilot.
Mogmoth is going to have to run this by the rest of the crew because Mogmoth's pretty confident in his flying abilities.
Yeah, you even though like you realize that Ayat's going to stick like a big ass boulder on the side of this thing, but you're looking at it, you're like, whatever.
You can
like
fly it.
I'll just account for the boulder on the side of the ship.
Just add a 2, done. To the calculations.
Yeah, if
Easy.
Mogmoth is in
Fly
the pilot's
more.
chair, you got it. If one of us
Go
is in the
left,
pilot's chair,
More 5.
maybe more of a problem.
But
That's-
We'll just
that's
that's
honest,
fair.
that's kind of how it feels like with the ship how it is now.
I'll just take more piloting shifts.
Uh, no.
Okay. So Glornil, you and Saken return to the Dolezal as Mogmoth is trying to explain like the concept of what he wants to Ayat.
Yeah. I'm gonna take the little like shriveled up cactus that I picked up. Toss it to since it's just Mogmoth there. I'll toss it to Mogmoth and say, "Hey, we should talk for a sec before we head into town." And it's
All
just
right.
like maybe go on the ship.
Is this a speaking cactus?
Are you gonna bring Saken, Glornil, or are you gonna have her just chill?
I mean, figure she can come. She knows. I just like.
I mean, she knows. Yeah, she's in on it. So she's also told you, Glornil. She's like, I will not tell anyone about your friend's spell casting
We didn't know. Wait, no.
as long as you all help me get that halfling.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. So Saken's totally in on the conspiracy.
Sweet. Yeah. So I'll gesture to like for us to go in and maybe like find the rest of the people.
Yeah, you find Frida and Mirador, no problem. If you want to go down to the lab and grab Morgan, you can.
That'd be a good idea.
Great. You assemble the whole crew.
Yeah. So, heads up. Apparently, magic is like sucking the life out of this place.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Magic is sucking the life out of this place. Like, I don't know if like your magic was acting weird, doing anything weird, or if like I'm guessing that like we just had absolutely no way of knowing this until like we've seen these outcomes. Like, I mean, I don't know how magic works. I know it's weird. I know that, I'm sure
You
there's no
all,
way
you
we could
all,
expect
you
it to
all
care
four
what-
of you remember the first couple of times that you cast a spell out in the desert and found that you had to draw power from somewhere, and you were just like, "Oh, I'll pull it from the earth."
But apparently, yeah,
remember.
magic.
What are magic?
I guess, I mean, it sounds like the halfling magic as well, but apparently, like, maybe try to hold off on as much magic as possible. It's like,
Oh,
the
well, we
town,
were
the
just
town's
about to
not
go
looking
cast a big,
great.
We're about to go cast a big spell in the middle of town, so maybe don't do that.
Yeah, well, I mean, at this point, actually, like all things considered, I think every plant in town is already dead. So I'm not sure that you could make it worse. But I don't know. I just figured I'd let you guys know you're the weird magic people, so like you can figure out the weird magic problems.
I can't
So-
believe I'm about to say this, but I don't think I want to find out. That's something that I never say.
Yeah, maybe yeah, we don't try that because if that's already happened, it sounds like we've kind of already done enough damage. Is there? So you said it just kills
Yeah.
it just kills all the plants. Is that what happens?
Yeah, as far as I can tell, and I'll plan look at Socken for like
Yeah, she
Confirmation of that.
she nods and shrugs. And if you guys, if the spellcasters want to put their heads together and talk about it, you can figure out what's happening here.
Yeah, let's do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
gonna.
Yeah,
I'm
so
comfortable with
yeah, so you guys, I mean, you experienced this. Anytime you cast a spell, you had to draw power from something, and like you could draw it from a life force nearby to you, and you all declined to do that, and so you had to draw the power from somewhere. And so what happened is you went down into the ground, and it basically drew from the closest non-animal life that it could reach, and that area, like as it was depleted, needs to go further and further and further and further to draw the power. So you're not sure like what the radius at this point is of basically dead plant life, but it's many dozens, perhaps hundreds of miles wide. You also think that the Nightmare Beast casting spells was not helping.
Gotcha.
What about that jungle? You suppose that was in any way related or could be tapped into?
Well, maybe if this planet being where you can just be in one reality or the other, maybe that's what the planet used to be. And right there, it was a little bit of a weak spot between realities, and it was the past of the planet and the present of the planet. I don't know. Realities make my head hurt. That would explain why a lottery is, or why this place is a desert. I imagine that the lottery is a big
Wait,
use
so-
of
but
magic
if-
around.
Yeah, if people are getting teleported out here every week, is that not killing everything too?
I imagine that's probably what made this planet so barren. Probably used to be full of life.
Well,
Well, but if-
perhaps Dr. Mild doesn't need to draw from the planet
Perhaps,
and being
perhaps
on
he doesn't
Idion.
care.
perhaps he doesn't care
Well, I mean,
about it.
if he was drawing from the planet, I would have thought everything around here would have been dead long ago. If that's the case, that sounds like it would have already killed everything near here.
Maybe Dr. Mild made the planet this way to discourage people from using magic. I don't know how.
Possibly.
I mean, I'm not sure how he can do that, but if he's as powerful as people say, and he's been able to do some pretty weird stuff to us.
So, are you saying we could cast magic and draw it? What if we drew it from not the ground? Would the townspeople see that any differently?
What
Would
if
they
we drew
even
it from the
know?
townsfolk?
Well, not from them, but from from ourselves.
What would that do to us?
I don't know.
Socken says no, the superstition against magic is so extremely powerful that if anybody knew that you were casting magic, you would be cast out and chased out of town.
Have we not like accidentally cast spells in front of anyone in this town already? Because like we're not exactly a subtle group.
You're not a subtle crew, but I don't think so.
Didn't we cast an illusion in front of that kid?
I use minor
And in
illusion.
front of the
Oh,
like,
you
Yeah.
did. Yes. You did do minor illusion in front of that kid.
And I think prestidigitation too.
I mean, he ran, right? Like you
did
cast
run.
the spell and he
And
ran.
we assumed he ran
Ran
from the image of the beast because he was scared of it, but he might.
Yeah, he
was
said the
probably
beast
just scared of
and
the
ran.
magic instead.
I mean, it
'cause
could
we
be
didn't know
both.
the social stigma. Could it be both?
Yeah, it could have been both.
Because we
Okay,
just assumed
so-
that he didn't know magic, so he thought it was like
Note
beast
to
right there.
self,
But
don't do any of that. Do we have anything we can give these people since we killed all their plant life? Well, Or would that be admitting guilt? Do they know we killed other plant life?
You could offer a gift to help if we have aid without necessarily like saying it was our fault. You're like, oh no, this is horrible, but luckily we can help.
You know, Disaster Planet sucks.
It
It's
feels
planned.
like it feels like that one episode of Firefly where we find out that Jane's a hero because he had to dump a bunch of money on the town.
17 Firefly.
Socken chimes in and says, yeah, I don't think that, I mean, it's possible some clever people might think about pointing fingers at you because you know, came into town and then this happened, but you know, also like shit happens like this, and I don't know that they would necessarily go right to you.
And in
But
all
you should
honesty,
probably be-
like a good chunk of this was probably from the beast. I mean, it was also casting some pretty high level spells out there.
Yeah,
That's true.
you should certainly be circumspect though.
Yeah, we'll definitely
It's nothing
avoid
new.
casting spells around the townspeople. Thank you for the heads up.
Weren't the tusks filled with magic still after we killed the beast and took? Would it be possible to take the tusks and kind of maybe return magic to the land, Morgan? I know you've been wrist deep in the tusks for like 5 hours now.
Yeah, what the hell have I learned from that?
Give me an Arcana check, Morgan.
Is there any benefit from being in the lab? Well, I forget what the lab's bonus
That's just for
was.
nature. Yeah.
Got it.
27.
Well, you
Okay.
don't need any bonuses.
We're rolling like that.
Wow.
So so Morgan, you were basically just doing a series of tests on these things. You have ascertained that any item that you made from them, whether it was armor or weapons or a wondrous item or a wand or something like that, it would be pretty easy to do. Normally, to make a magic item, you have to imbue it with spells and cast permanency and all these kinds of things. You think that using these tusks, just with time and the right tools, you could make lots of different cool stuff. So yeah, they are just intrinsically quite magical, and you could use them to fashion a variety of objects if you have the time and skill.
We have 2 of them.
And we also have some people with some tool proficiencies.
So would there be a way to take one of the tusks? How large are the tusks actually? The beast is pretty big.
Yeah, these things are freaking massive. Like the fact that Glornil was even able to carry the 2 of them is somewhat ridiculous, because they're like solidly the body weight of a person, like 150, 200 pounds, these massive curling tusks that are probably like 8 feet in diameter. These things are ridiculous.
So is there a way to do what? So do I think that there is a possible way to like do what Frida was saying and siphon some of this out and put it back in the earth?
Give me another Arcana check, because it's a slightly different question. You can do this with advantage since you have Frida and the rest of the team kind of helping you out.
That is not quite as good. Best roll on that one is a 15.
I mean, these things are tremendously magical. What Frida's describing is pretty novel. You think that if you ground these up, or potentially if you like made a bunch of objects and like stationed them around the village or the planet, even, that those could serve as like reservoirs, basically, like the same way, you know, water would be a reservoir. So instead of like sprinkling it all over, like making some depots, that I don't know if you would necessarily be able to reverse the damage that's been done, but you could certainly halt any more from happening, you think?
Okay, there's not like any dead plants nearby.
Yeah, Glornil gave one to Mogmoth.
Fun.
Okay, great.
Yeah, they've got that cactus.
So here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to take that cactus and like, I don't know, take some tools and like knock off a little piece of one of the tusks and put it like next to the cactus and see what happens.
Yeah, so it doesn't look like it's like the tusk in and of itself has no animus. That is, it's just a pool of magical power. So it's not going to like actively do anything in the world without a will to make it do something.
Okay. So it wouldn't reverse the effects, but it could possibly keep plant life from dying that had been replanted.
Right. That's what you surmise based on what you and Frida kind of talked about with the idea of like sprinkling it. But do you think that if you made like these little reservoirs, that would be a little more efficient?
Basically like refertilizing the land or making magic aquifers.
Right.
Okay, I explained that. I explained that to the others. I think so. That's a great idea, but I think we can actually take some of this material and put certain amounts of it under the soil, and that would act like a sort of magic generator or like a well that could be drawn from.
So the next time someone casts magic, instead of sucking out all the plant life, it pulls from that. Is that the idea? Well, that's really great. You know, if people still have enough to live here, but if everything is dead, warding a dead place against future harm, I don't know how much good that's going to do if everything is dead already.
Possibly bring in more plant life from further out. I mean, if we're already heading back out into the waste to go hunt.
Do we have a garden here?
Definitely.
Like, we should have a garden on our ship, right?
Do we?
How do we
I-
breathe?
Huh.
We don't have a garden? Well, shit.
I think it was an
terrible.
option when we
You don't have a druid.
We,
to take
um,
care of it.
upgred.
I can't
There was an
remember.
option for
I
a
think-
garden, but we didn't
Did
take
we,
it.
did we get a garden?
You
I
don't
can't
have a
remember.
garden. You
Yeah.
just have a regular air
Yeah.
pocket like every other ship. The Whistling Meteor
Yeah.
was a pretty singular vessel for a lot of reasons that you
Yeah.
guys somewhat took for granted. And the garden is
Yeah.
one of them.
Yeah, I don't think we have.
I miss Boxty.
Yeah. We did get a garden on the new Thieves of the Cosmos ship, though. That was one of the things
Yeah.
we did buy.
And we were gonna get a garden on the dolphin
Area.
ship, but someone had to trip a freaking wire.
Yeah, I remember on this one we had the
Oh,
option of the shield booster or the garden, and we took the shield booster.
Someone had
That was what we did with the
someone had to go
with
alert the authorities
with the
that we're
with the
here.
dolosol.
Whatever.
Mirador,
Yeah.
if you were to draw from the tusks, how much food and water could you create?
Ooh.
I mean, I could definitely create a fair bit of food and water, but I can't do that in town. They're gonna really not like that. If we, brought it from the ship, maybe.
I
But,
mean, you
uh,
can make it right here on the ship, and then we could sell it to them.
Oh,
Yeah, I can probably do that. Do you think, I mean, is it?
I think
is-
the
yeah,
problem that we've had with this kind of schema is that it only lasts 24 hours, right?
yeah,
So
it
you
doesn't
can't like
last, yeah.
you can't give them like a bunch of jerky and salted pork and whatnot that they could just live on for years.
well, I mean, you could sell to them, and they think that I would just be morally object.
Yeah, the water would be fine.
Just
Like
leave
the
this place
water is
worse.
actually okay, but the food.
I don't think
the,
you guys are evil yet.
Yeah,
the
sorry,
food only
somewhat.
lasts. The food only lasts 24 hours, but the water is good. Is just good. It says the water, the food is bland but nourishing and spoils if uneaten after 24 hours. The water is clean and doesn't go bad. So
Yay for water. In a desert, that's pretty important.
No.
I don't know. I mean, but we have to figure something out. I don't really think they're going to leave. They only think they could if they wanted.
yeah,
You
I-
guys
Oh,
see
sure.
or hear the workers starting to scramble off the ship and begin to assemble. Kind of checking at the time. It looks like it's getting pretty close to high sun.
Oh, whenever we do, we probably need to do it when we get back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sort out one problem at a time.
Well then,
that
if
sounds.
we're going to prepare and head out to, or if we are going to go to this lottery, guess we should prepare with however we wanted.
Are
If we
we
want to do
are
the
we
mental
doing
protection
that
we did
now?
last time, I imagine we would
That's-
probably rather do it now than in there, especially because we have these tusks to draw off of.
So
to cast the spell.
Miradar's thing is very short. It does not last long, unlike your intellect fortress. It only lasts 1 minute. So like by the time we get
Oh.
back to town, it would not be.
But yours doesn't cover
Miradar's
everybody,
thing is not
right?
a spell. Miradar's thing isn't a spell, it's a channel divinity. Would that be, would the townspeople see that as any different?
You can kind of demonstrate what you would do to Saken, and she looks and she says, I don't think, I mean, it might be a little bit confusing. It's not the safest thing to do, but it's not the most obvious thing either.
Okay.
Yeah,
But your
safe for
thing doesn't
emergencies.
protect all of us, does it? Because last time we had to double up with some of our spells.
We could
Yeah,
get me
everybody.
and you and one other.
I can get one person.
I can, if we're willing to risk mine, which is not going to actually harm the planet, they just might think it's going to harm the planet. What I can do will protect, up to 4 of us, but it's only for a minute. So we would need to do it just before time. So we would have to do that basically in town where they're all going to see it.
Could we create some kind of cunning distraction?
You guys could definitely give Miradar deception on her, or advantage on her deception check for sure.
Wonderful. See,
And
that
I
is
could
Gonna
really
like
draw
silly.
cuddle
from
in here in
these,
the middle.
I
Okay.
could draw from these tusks then.
We want to hit everybody
Hey.
that we can with intellect fortress, because one person's going to be left out of your thing anyways.
Yeah.
Or do we want to just hit that one person that you're not going to hit with yours? This is me saying I don't know what yours does, so I don't
Mine
know
does
if
the
it's
same
better
thing
to
as
double
mine's.
up or
Mine's the same as your, it's just advantage on all those saving throws. It's just,
Okay.
it doesn't give you the
Oh, no,
psychic
resistance
resistance. That's the
saving.
difference.
gotcha. I feel
But it
like
only
at
lasts
this
a minute.
moment the advantage or the resistance to psychic damage probably isn't that vital as
So
much as the
maybe
disadvantage.
Frida could use her,
Yeah,
like
that way
one of
Mogmoth
hers.
can save a spell
Mogmoth
slot.
has all this, and then I can hit everyone else. Hey, Mogmoth,
Mirador.
could I borrow your thing? He's like, or she's gesturing at your talisman.
Mogmoth is like patting all over his pockets, like, "Ooh,
When I do
what this?
just yeah, it seems to be a lucky charm, and I think I'm gonna need some luck on this. Would that be okay with you? I'll give it back.
Mogmoth's eyes keep darting over to Frida. What? I suppose. I suppose that'd be all right.
Thank you, Mogmoth. I feel like I'm gonna need all the luck I can get, and this seems to be pretty lucky.
And I'm going to cast Intellect Fortress on Mogmoth.
You using the tusks, I guess, to pull power
Yes,
from.
I am.
Then
Maybe the
I
little
guess-
chip-
I'm using
the little
you. In
chipped
fact,
off
I'm
piece.
using you. Simon.
So Mogmoth will cast it on.
You don't have to
Frida.
now if you
I
don't
don't
want
think
to, but you
Mogmoth
can.
doesn't have to.
Oh, and then I have 2 spells left.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I can get up to 4 of us.
Interesting.
I don't know why we did it the other with both of us doing it last time, but it was fun.
Because it lasts enough time to like journey through the desert. That was why.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna head into town. So the plan is Frida just cast that on Mogmoth. We're all heading into town. They're gonna make a distraction, and Miradar is gonna try and stealthily do her channel divinity to get right before the ritual. Like when everyone starts getting excited, like it's about to happen, and maybe they're distracted. Miradar is gonna cast or use channel divinity Watcher's Will to give everyone else advantage on saving throws.
Okay.
We should also
awesome.
hang near Miradar for the R bonus.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think we should also hold hands.
You guys are just a little bit behind the workers, having figured out all of this. So they're about 5 minutes ahead of you. You head into town. You really don't see anybody on the way. That, like, everybody's already there. And although Mogmoth, you, as you're entering town, Bolot kind of sneaks from behind a building and like sidles up to you. And he's like, "So tell me again, I don't have to do the something?"
Well, Bullock, it's all about choices and consequences. It sounds like the consequences here for not participating in the lottery are rather regressive, but I suppose it's all your choice whether you'd like to, take your chances in the lottery or take your chances with dying for your freedom.
What do you think I should do, Mogmoth?
Doesn't matter what Mogmoth thinks. It's all what you think, Bullock.
But I want to know what you want me to do.
Well, Bullock, it goes against the idea of freedom and self-determination if you make me into another Dr. Mild.
No, but you said I can make choices and I can choose to follow you. I'll do whatever you do, Mogmoth.
Well, Bullock, I plan to take my chances in the lottery, not knowing what'll happen, but preferring not to be stoned by the townspeople.
Great,
On the other
Mogmoth.
hand, if I get taken, I'll be taken by the side of my love, Frida, and I can't think of a better way to go.
Well, I haven't had anyone to love yet.
Is there anyone in town that you love?
No, I haven't met anyone.
Crying.
Don't you live here?
I mean, not like, for a partner.
Well, that's a sad thing to hear. How noticeable would it be to the townspeople if someone weren't here?
Give me an insight check.
It's a natural 1 for a total of 2.
It's they probably wouldn't notice. It'd be fine.
Oh. I don't want to do this to Bullock. Well, Bullock, if you thought you could slip away undetected and you wanted to do that, that'd be up to you. Find time in your life to pursue the things you want, love whom you want, go where you want, or you can take your chances alongside me and my crew.
I'll do whatever you do, Mogmoth. I already told you.
All right, well, come right up alongside us and hold hands with us then, Bullock.
All right. He eagerly joins hands with you all. You make your way to the village center, and it's all a buzz. Everyone's just this side of freaking out that the crops are dead, the trees are dead, all of the fruit is become dust. No one's sure how they're gonna survive, past the next couple of days. People are talking about maybe we can step up the hunting, maybe we can grab us some halflings. Like immediately they're going to cannibalism. Like it didn't even take a day, and that's like at the top of everyone's conversation at this point.
To be fair, the halflings were cannibals first, so like, does it cancel out?
Yeah, no,
Cannibalize
exactly
the
right.
cows.
It's like they decided to eat people first, so they're not people, so we can totally eat them, and it's fine. So you all assemble, and you're kind of milling around, and eventually everyone kind of settles down and turns and looks at the statue, and the eyes on the statue begin to glow a rather pleasant yellow.
Right. Miradar's gonna, use her channel divinity.
But
Awesome.
first we should create some kind of
Yes, what's Mogmoth's distraction?
Mogmoth will like stand up and try and like get everyone's attention, and has anyone heard the story of the man who walked into the desert with chains around his wrists and ankles. And though he was weighed down by them, yet he chose to forge on. And in doing so, through sheer force of his will, he moved on to an oasis that was able to replenish his spirit, and with the strength gained from the oasis, rended apart the manacles upon his wrists.
That's definitely a performance check, Mogmoth.
That was lovely.
That was lovely.
Well, that was a 19 for a 27.
Goodness.
So initially, as you start talking, Mogmoth, like a couple of people are kind of scowling as you're starting to tell your story, but then you sell it with such expression and purpose and heart that everyone's ultimately looking up at you, and you see, like, as you're saying, and he tore his chains off, a couple of people like get a little misty-eyed and kind of rub their eyes, and Bolot jumps up right next to you and also tries to tell an inspiring story. Mirador, go ahead and roll your deception check.
Not great, even with advantage, but that's a total of. And also he's like flipping the amulet.
Yeah,
that
you took
he
it. You
got
better
from,
use it.
from Mogmoth.
What if
So
the amulet
that's-
secretly does nothing? There's just like Mogmoth's little fidget.
Hogwarts is like.
So yeah, with the amulet and that, that's still only a 13.
That's all right. It's a DC 10. Everyone's watching Mogmoth and Bolot. Bolot did not roll as well as Mogmoth and is not as natural a storyteller. He doesn't completely whiff it, but he gets up there and he's like, yeah, and what if there was a horned hero who came and showed us where the oasis is, and then we could all tear off our chains.
Well, it's a good one too, Bolot.
Mirador just silently hands Mogmoth back the amulet.
Okay, Mogmoth, you get back down. You see a couple of youths around Bolot's age kind of meander their way through the crowd, and they're kind of talking to Bolot.
What are they saying?
Give me a perception check.
Sure. 16.
Yeah, they're going. They're up to Bolot, and they're like, okay, dude, like what's going on? And he's like Mogmoth told me the truth. Like, we could do whatever we want. We don't have to do this nonsense. And so he's spreading the gospel.
Sweet.
The eyes glow yellow, and a beam of pleasant yellow light starts to trickle down to select somebody for the lottery.
Mogmoth slips his talisman over Frida's head and around her neck.
Very
I was gonna
cool.
say, as the light starts coming down, Frida who has been holding Mogmoth's hand like the whole time, will turn to Mogmoth and be like, I forgot what accent I used for this character. Shit. What does Frida sound like? Doesn't matter. What you said earlier, Mogmoth. I feel the same way. A little smooch. Smooch.
What about the oasis, Frida?
Exactly, Mogmoth. About the oasis.
Mogmoth gives her a kiss back on her cheek.
All hands.
On a 1 or a 2 on a D100, one of you gets taken up, and I want to do
Oh,
this
just so scary.
live board.
Woo! That's the scariest
Beam of
roll in
yellow
your entire
light.
existence.
strikes one of the villagers. They look up in rapturous joy as a sparkling yellow light surrounds them, and whoop, they are teleported elsewhere.
Better them
Seeing
than
it
us,
first-
that's for sure.
Yeah, I have a couple questions about
I
like
was gonna say, seeing it firsthand.
Is it
Do we?
does it appear
do
to
we
be like a
know-
magical source or like a mechanical source? Like any sort of information like
Oh,
Was this power-
interesting? Give me a either perception or arcana, depending on the nature of the information that you want to look for.
okay. The way that I was kind of thinking about it in terms of like what Frida was doing for it is she was wondering if I'm going for perception, kind of going for like if there is a source of where this is coming instead of just like a magical ripping of
Right. Okay.
yeah,
Yes.
or like
yeah.
some sort of
Yeah. So
yeah,
definitely
yeah.
perception check.
yeah, that was a terrible roll. I'm going to use human determination to roll that again
Okay.
because I want to know some information.
Awesome.
That was worse. So 12.
Mirador.
Mirador is looking at it from like a magical perspective. I
Okay.
want to know like basically what I was kind of pondering earlier is like
Oh, I have a talisman.
it's weird that this is drawing like that this isn't drawing doesn't seem to be drawing power
Right.
from here. Like
Yep.
where is this where is it getting powered? Like can I see like where the
Yep, yep.
the magical energy is coming from?
Definitely.
So I guess Arcana,
Arcana. Yep.
that's a 9.
I rolled a 15 for flipping between the talisman. That's so cool.
Oh, 15. Okay.
I feel so touched. Feels
Yeah, so
fun.
yeah,
It's
so you're looking up you do think, Frida, that there is a like an origination for this beam of yellow light. You don't know if it's like magical or scientific or mechanical or whatever. You think that it probably originated off planet though.
Does this planet have a moon or a specific sun?
It does not have a moon. It has basically the only sun in the Idion system.
Okay.
Mogmoth tries to see the faces of the. Were there any like loved ones around the person that got subsumed?
Let's see. Yes, there were. There was. It looked like there was a young boy standing next to the person that got taken away.
Do they look happy? Like really happy?
Yeah.
Like deep inside happy?
Okay, you got to roll insight for deep happiness.
Yeah.
They look happy.
4.
Yeah, they look super happy.
Mogmoth like reaches up and is like, "There's nothing there."
Nothing there. Oh no. Mirador, what was your Arcana check?
Oh, terrible. It was like a 9.
9. Okay. Yeah, it was a spell. It was clearly cast not by anybody here.
Yeah.
The crowd lets out a kind of collective sigh. And Mogmoth, a couple of people come up to talk to you about the Oasis and the chains, and it sounds like they kind of want more stories. Is what the vibe that you're getting from them.
Can you talk to us about our Lord and Savior, the man in the desert?
Mogmoth tries to like play it off for now, although he does say, "How many are there?"
There's like 5, and it also you get these people are afraid. They are facing imminent starvation, basically, and so you spun them this tale of hope, and they are glomming onto that.
We might be heading towards
Gotcha. We're gonna be here for weeks. Yeah, Mogmoth tries to just sort of like hold them at bay with some like complete banalities, like no substance. He makes it as like bland as possible, no
Okay.
metaphors or anything.
Give me a persuasion roll. This is one you probably don't want to have a high roll on.
A 14.
14. Okay.
Pretty low for
Um,
Morgoth.
Yeah, so Mogmoth, in spite of his natural charisma, is able to tell a tale and kind of do some analogies, and you see that like bright hope that they had, like it dies just a little bit, Mogmoth, as you fail to help embolden that hope within them.
He's not trying to quell it. He's trying to give them like, well, there's the story of the rabbit and the leaves.
Right,
Trying to
right,
delay
yeah.
it.
But they that wasn't what
That
they
was the moment.
wanted,
That's fair,
yeah, that was what they wanted.
Fair.
But you guys do see Bolot has like his guys. He's like, I'll talk to you later, and then he like goes right up to you, Mogmoth, and he's like listening to all your banal stories.
Awesome.
Now that
maybe-
sorry.
Yeah, go
I was
ahead.
was gonna
gonna say,
say-
now that
Go ahead.
now that the initial the lottery is over and we all did our first like whatever it passes, we're gonna take the talisman off and put it back on Mogmoth. I appreciate you trying to protect me, Mogmoth, but I want you
Oh,
to protect yourself too.
Anything for you, Frida.
Well, I want you to be safe.
Well, safety in numbers, that's what they say. I'm glad we're all together.
Me too.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can head out into the wastes and see how far whatever caused this spread, and maybe we can find some kind of vegetation to bring back to these people.
Yeah. Maybe if these people have been trapped in the city
Help
for
them
so long
recover.
from the things like the mammoth and the cannibals, maybe they haven't been able to explore it. Maybe there is something still out there.
I suppose that's why the halflings are cannibals.
I wonder if there's a way to get them permanently into that jungle.
So I
Not
think
sure.
that we're going to move into a period of downtime here, where the Dolezal is being repaired, and you all can maybe do some slightly longer scale projects. So why don't we call it there, and then think about it over the intervening time, and then next game we'll see what projects your characters are working on Voranos as the ship is being repaired.
Awesome.
Yay.
Sounds
Ooh,
good.
this is a really good session.
That was-
I really like that.
Yeah,
That was
I
awesome.
thoroughly enjoyed that. I was so nervous, even though it's a low odds. I was so
Yeah,
nervous
that was
on that
so
D100.
I actually
I
really,
loved
really,
it.
really, really, really wanted Frida to get taken after like declaring her love for Mogmoth, basically, like, but not clearly. Like, I was like, oh, I feel the same as you. I was like, oh, about the guy in the I just like,
Get
For
taken
drama.
with Mogmoth's amulet.
yes,
Yeah, I was
yes.
like,
No,
okay.
it comes back. It comes back.
Aw.
So yeah, I was
Also,
so.
thank you for the
worried.
sharing of the amulet.
That was so much
lovely,
fun.
lovely
Yes, fun.
sharing.
What
I
does
love
the
that that's
amulet look
possible to
like?
do.
I'll have to think
Yeah, I
about
had
it.
to check it
Okay,
because I was
cool.
like, wait a second, this sounds like nonsense. You just hand off your amulet, but sure enough,
Yeah.
it just says the wearer, not
You
the
really-
not
Yeah,
the person who
The
made
only
the
problem
pact.
is that then I don't have the
Right. There's actually some really cool invocations if you're like de facto not the one wearing it. You can like
Mhm.
teleport to the wearer, like
Oh
and
wow.
stuff. They're like
Yeah.
really
My
high level
amulet.
invocations.
Huh.
They're like really high level
Yeah.
invocations, but like there's some shenanigans that are intended for other people to be wearing it.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
It's a fun-
awesome.
it's a
Well,
fun
thanks for the
pact.
game, you guys.
you.
I'll see you next
Yes,
time.
that was awesome.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye. See you guys next week.
Bye.